Okay, this is getting just annoying, but anyways, here you go. From each corner of a square piece of cardboard, a square with sides of 2 centimeters is removed, and the edges are then turned up to form an open box. And if the box is to hold 200 cubic centimeters, what are the dimensions of the original piece of cardboard? It's a good thing to maybe highlight what are the dimensions of the original piece of cardboard, because we're going to actually solve for x, which is not going to be the original dimensions. But anyways, let's just start with a little diagram here. First of all, it's a square, and we know the property of a square is that length and width are all exactly the same. And it says we're going to take off 2 centimeters. We're going to take little 2 centimeter squares out of here. And once we take those 2 centimeter squares, I'll just put a little 2 there and a little 2 there to remind us. Once we take those squares out of there, we're going to end up with an inner square, and we're going to turn up corners and make a little tray, and we can serve hors d'oeuvres in it or whatever. Okay, so we've got 2 and 2, so the height of the new box is going to look like a little tray sort of thing, like this. So when it looks like that, we know that the height is going to be 2, and we know that this length here, we don't know what it is, but we know that they're all going to be the same because it started out as a square. So let's call that x, which means that this thing here was x, and we've got x, and we've got x, and so the surface area of the bottom is going to be x squared, and we multiply length times width times height, and we'll end up with the volume. So it said that the volume was going to be 200, so x times 2 equals 200. In other words, x squared 2x squared equals 200. That's all it's saying. So if we can determine what x is, then we have to determine the original size. The original dimensions was x plus 2 plus the other 2 from over there. So that's why, as I said, we have to maybe highlight when we look at the question itself, what are the dimensions of the original piece of cardboard? Otherwise they will trick us with language and you'll lose marks even though your math skills are fine. So 2x squared equals 200. Solving that, x squared equals 100, x equals 10. Boy, that was easy. So the original piece of cardboard was 10 here, plus the 2 there, plus the 2 there. So the original was 14 by 14 centimeters.